Hey there. Today's focus is on the prophecy of the virgin birth, which is accounted for in Isaiah. We talked about the fact that Isaiah wrote these words around 800 years before Jesus was born. Isaiah 7:14 says, "Behold, a virgin will be with child and bear a son, and she will call his name Emmanuel." This prophecy was fulfilled in both Matthew and Luke, both in chapter 2, and we know that story. We're going to look closely at that today. First of all, let's just think about the miracle of it all. A young girl, never been with a man, carries to term the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords and gives birth to Jesus. It's a miracle in and of itself, but it was essential to our redemption story because for Jesus to pay the price for our sin, he had to be fully God and fully human. And he chose Mary for that task to make that essential part reality. Secondly, I want to think about the fact that God chose a woman. During that day, women were kind of like a subset of culture. They were to be seen and not to be heard. They weren't even counted in the census, but still, God chose Mary. Joseph, yeah, he was there and he's part of the story. Important. He was a great obedient man of God, but the story doesn't follow him. He's not even mentioned after Jesus' childhood, but Mary was a part of Jesus' public life and followed him all the way to the cross. Pastor Dan always says that Jesus is the great equalizer of people groups. And in Galatians, it says that there are no longer male and female, but we are all one in Christ. And I love that this story shows that, this prophecy shows that. It's also a great example of the upside down thinking that came when Jesus came. He taught a new way to see things. The meek shall inherit the earth. The last shall be first. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Always think of others above yourself. These were new ways of thinking, and it's another example of this new mindset that Jesus brought. So as you go about your day today, I encourage you to think about, how is your mindset? Are you focusing on the upside down kingdom of Jesus Christ, or are you wrapped up in the trappings of this world? I have to admit, I struggle with this, especially at this time of year when we're so overwhelmed with consuming and buying for people, buying gifts and receiving gifts and seeing so much materialism. It's a challenge for me, but I do know that seeing life through the eyes of Jesus is the only real way to live. It's the only way to really find joy in Christmas, and it's the only way to really find joy in your life. So I hope you'll think about that today and maybe change your way of thinking a little bit. That's your focus for today. Thanks for watching.